Let's talk about something that's been hiding in plain sight for decades. The B-2 Spirit, the stealth bomber. You see it in movies and on the news, a giant black bat-shaped wing slicing through the sky. It looks futuristic, but here's the twist. This ghostly machine is a product of the 1980s. Imagine a classic muscle car from the 70s that can still outrun a brand new sports car. That's the B-2. It's a relic of the Cold War, yet in 2025, it's still one of the most feared aircraft on the planet. The B-2 isn't just a plane, it's a statement, designed to go anywhere, unseen, and deliver a message no one wants. For years, its existence was a closely guarded secret, whispered about in the defense world. When it was finally revealed, it looked like something out of science fiction. No tail, engines buried inside, a bizarre, otherworldly shape. That weirdness is the key to its magic, a design born to be invisible, to cheat physics and fool the enemy. The fact that it's still effective today shows just how far ahead of its time it was. The B-2 is a true ghost, a specter from the past haunting the present. As we pull back the curtain, remember this isn't just military tech, it's a piece of history. We'll dig into the nuts and bolts, the dirty jobs that keep it flying, and the legacy it's building, even as its replacement waits in the wings. From secret Cold War origins to global guardian, the B-2 story is one of innovation, dedication, and relentless pursuit of invisibility. Let's dive in. To understand the B-2, rewind to the late 1970s, at the height of the Cold War. The US needed a bomber that could sneak past the Soviet Union's formidable air defenses and strike deep inside enemy territory. Enter the Advanced Technology Bomber Project, top secret, need to know, burn after reading stuff. Northrop was tasked with building the impossible, a long-range bomber, virtually invisible to radar. They revived the flying wing concept from the 1940s and fused it with cutting-edge materials and computers. For years, billions were poured into the project, hidden in classified budgets. The public had no clue until November 1988, when the Air Force rolled out the first B-2 at Plant 42 in California. It looked alien, no tail, strange curves, and only the front was shown to keep secrets from Soviet satellites. The first flight came in July 1989, just before the Berlin Wall fell. A decade of secret work finally revealed. By 1993, the first operational B-2, the Spirit of Missouri, was delivered to Whiteman Air Force Base. The Cold War was over, but the need for a stealthy, go-anywhere bomber remained. The B-2 was built for a war that never happened, but it quickly found a new purpose in a changing world. Its existence marked a turning point in military aviation. The era of the invisible bomber had begun, and the world would never look at air power the same way again. How does a plane the size of a small building vanish from radar? It's not magic, but it's close. The B-2's stealth comes from its flying wing shape. No tail, no sharp angles, just smooth, curved surfaces. Radar waves hit the B-2 and bounce away, not back to the receiver, making it nearly invisible. But shape is only half the story. The skin is coated in radar-absorbent material, or RAM, a sponge for radar waves, turning them into harmless heat. This coating is fragile and needs constant, meticulous maintenance. Even a scratch can compromise stealth. The engines are hidden deep inside the wing, with air intakes on top and special exhausts to cool the hot gases. This hides the B-2 from both radar and heat-seeking sensors. Every detail is engineered to minimize detection. No easy feat. The result? The B-2's radar cross-section is rumored to be the size of a marble, compared to a barn door for a regular bomber. It can fly close to enemy defenses, often undetected, giving it the element of surprise. It's not truly invisible, but it's as close as any aircraft has ever come. The combination of radical shape, secret materials, and clever engineering makes the B-2 a true ghost in the sky. Stealth isn't just a feature, it's the B-2's entire reason for being, and it's what keeps it relevant, even decades after its debut. Let's do the math. The B-2 first flew in July 1989. In 2025, that makes the design 36 years old. The fleet entered service in 1993, so it's been operational for 32 years. In the world of high-performance jets, that's ancient. Most fighters are retired by this age, but the B-2 is still at the top of its game. The original plan was to build 132 bombers, but after the Cold War, only 21 were made. Today, just 20 remain, rarer than billionaires. Each B-2 is a national asset, almost irreplaceable. It's flown longer than many of its pilots have been alive. But age is just a number. Constant upgrades and dedicated crews keep it relevant. The B-2 was built to last, and it has. Its longevity is a testament to the brilliance of its original design. Even with some gray hairs, this old ghost still outperforms almost anything in the sky. Good design, it turns out, never goes out of style. You can't expect a 30-year-old bomber to compete without upgrades. The Air Force has overhauled the B-2's computers, avionics, and cockpit displays, bringing it into the digital age. Now, it can share data with satellites, drones, and ground forces in real time. Its weapon systems have evolved too. Originally a nuclear bomber, it now carries everything from smart bombs to massive bunker busters. A single B-2 can hit 80 targets in one pass. Stealth coatings have been improved, making maintenance easier and the plane more reliable. Less time in the hangar means more time ready to fly, a must with only 20 aircraft. The B-2's mission has shifted from Cold War deterrence to global rapid response. It can fly over 40 hours straight, striking anywhere on the planet, and returning home without landing abroad. Its global reach and stealth make it the ultimate first strike weapon. The B-2 is an old dog with some very impressive new tricks. Upgrades keep it sharp, even as the world changes. And its role as a global guardian is more vital than ever. The B-2 Spirit is one of the most expensive airplanes ever built, over $2 billion each. That's why only 21 were made. But the real cost is in keeping them flying. The B-2 needs specialized, climate-controlled hangars and a massive team of experts. Every flight hour costs over $150,000, more than most people make in a year. Maintenance is relentless. After every flight, crews inspect every inch for flaws in the stealth coating. Even a tiny imperfection can compromise its invisibility. For every hour in the air, the B-2 can require dozens of hours on the ground. This complexity means the fleet's readiness rate is lower than simpler aircraft. The 2008 crash in Guam, caused by a sensor glitch, was a $2 billion loss, a stark reminder of the B-2's sensitivity. The high cost is the B-2's Achilles heel, always threatening its future. But for now, the price of invisibility is one the Air Force is still willing to pay. A weapon's true value is proven in action. The B-2's combat debut was in 1999 over Kosovo. 30-hour missions from Missouri, striking targets and returning home. It showed the US could project power globally without foreign bases. After 9/11s, B-2S flew some of the longest combat missions ever, hitting Taliban and Al-Qaeda targets in Afghanistan. They played key roles in Iraq in 2003 and Libya in 2011, always leading the first wave. The B-2's job, sneak in, take out air defenses, and open the door for other aircraft. But it hasn't all been smooth. Crashes and incidents have highlighted the risks and complexity. Operating the B-2 is a high-stakes job with little room for error. The crews who fly and maintain it face immense challenges. Yet time and again, the B-2 has delivered when it mattered most. Its record in combat is as impressive as its design. Even legends must retire. The B-2, for all its prowess, is aging and expensive. Enter the B-21 Raider, the next-generation stealth bomber. Unveiled in 2022, the B-21 looks similar to the B-2, but is packed with 30 years of new tech. It's stealthier, more adaptable, and designed for easy upgrades. Think software updates, not hardware overhauls. The B-21 is also built to be more affordable and easier to maintain. The Air Force plans to buy at least 100, creating a much larger, more sustainable fleet. Modern manufacturing and reliability are key, no more crippling costs. The B-21 made its first flight in 2023 and is now deep into testing. As it proves itself, the B-2 will gradually retire in the early 2030s. It's a bittersweet handoff, the end of an era for an icon. The B-2 will pass the torch to its younger sibling, entrusting the mission of stealth strike to a new generation. The ghost is preparing to haunt the skies one last time, and a new legend is ready to rise. What will the B-2 Spirit be remembered for? It changed the game, proving a bomber could be so stealthy, nowhere was safe. Its psychological impact was as powerful as its bombs. If you couldn't see it, you could never be sure it wasn't there. The B-2 pushed the limits of aerodynamics, materials, and computer design. It was a moonshot project, a testament to Cold War ambition and ingenuity. Its legacy is also human. The pilots, engineers, and ground crews who kept it flying. Only 20 aircraft maintained to perfection, ready at a moment's notice, a feat of dedication. The B-2 story is their story: professionalism, commitment, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Here's a final fact. The longest B-2 combat mission lasted 44.3 hours, nearly 2 days in the air. That endurance speaks to both the machine and its crew. The B-2 Spirit will stand as a legend, its ghostly presence lingering long after its final flight. It's a monument to what's possible when vision, resources, and determination come together. The era of the B-2 may be ending, but its legend will never fade. The Spirit will always haunt the skies of history,